Hi friends, hope you're doing swell. Hello friends, I hope you're doing swell and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alexis. I would love it if you stuck around. So I'm in the spring vibe. I've been doing quite a bit of gardening. I'll have my vlog channel link down below, but I've just been like super into like gardening at the moment, and I think it has a lot to do with like how much I do landscaping within my Sims builds. So today I thought that we can build a cozy little spring cottage, a nice little farm on it, and I think it's gonna be really cute. So let's go ahead and go into game and see where we're gonna actually build for today. Alrighty, so I'm trying to figure out the best format. I just ordered like a little tripod extension for my Logitech creator camera for like my gaming setup, so hopefully this looks pretty good. I want you to see a little bit more of the background, but I think it's so overexposed as well in the back you can't see my doing swell sign, so I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit more. But I want to go somewhere that we technically haven't really built in as of recent. So we'll be doing some Chestnut Ridge, we'll be doing Santa Coya, of course. I think we've done a little bit of Strangerville, Copperdale, as well as Hemford on Bagley. So I'm thinking actually our little cottage might look pretty cute in Brindleton Bay. Alrighty, so I want to find a cozy little space over in Brindleton Bay that might work. Now, a lot of the lots are quite big, and I don't really want to be over like in the city center area because we have like the docks and stuff like that. I feel like the cozy cottage wouldn't be right over here, but we do have a lot of like forestry over in Brindleton Bay, which can be kind of annoying when you actually build, but it's so pretty when you actually play. So we do have something by like the vet clinic. I don't really think that that would be like all too like ideal for this spot. And then we have these two little plots of land over here by the Delgados. I have no clue who these Sims are. My game might have just randomly generated them because I don't think they're like actual townies, but I'm thinking we can actually build it over here, which makes sense because I already named the Spring Cottage because I was doing some like preview of like where I wanted to build. We're going to build over here at this 30 by 20 lot, which I've already named. It was called Dashund Lane, I believe, but it's just so cozy and ideal for this space. So this is what it's looking like currently, and the lighting on this lot is not bad whatsoever. I feel like it's still a little isolated. We got a little path over here that leads to the beach. We do have like a road that kind of would be a little bit noisy, I feel like, but I feel like Brindleton Bay is like a cozy little town, so it might not be too noisy. So I did find an inspiration picture off of Pinterest that I think I want to kind of not recreate, but have as a guide for today's build. So I'm gonna have that up on my phone. So I'm thinking we can have kind of like a farm over here, so like cattle, like maybe like a little vineyard, some plants and stuff, and then we have like our little cottage right here, and then we make some type of fake pathway like heading over to like this area. I'm just trying to see what might be the best because I think this like trail also might be pretty decent, so we could build the cottage and then have like our little farm on that side, which honestly might be a little bit better. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take the grid off because I think I know how I want the bones to be set up. I probably have to put it right back on, but I think I kind of know how I want it to be set up. It's gonna be quite tiny, and it's gonna be one story just because I want it to be like as cozy as possible, but I do want to have some sort of like fireplace over on this side. So I'm gonna build two up right here because I think that might work. Let me go ahead and turn my move objects on so it'll be easier to like alt place. Now the roofing is not gonna be crazy either. I just want it to be very simple, cozy, and cute. So let's go ahead and pull this back some, and then we're gonna pull this down and then bring this in just a hair. And then I'm gonna go over to half walls, and I'm actually gonna add like a little half wall up here, and hopefully this looks pretty decent because I do want to fit like a little chimney, and I think I'm going to use this one from Growing Together because this is pretty neutral. It's just the fact that it doesn't want to like place perfectly sometimes. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, roof patterns. Let's go ahead and use this one from Horse Ranch in this darker shade because it kind of matches that. and I think that looks pretty good. And we might have to go with like a darker shade for the trim as well, just so it's like a little bit more cohesive. But we could do like a dark brown, which is also pretty cozy. And I'm gonna go back over to the half wall trims because I forgot to place like a little trim on the top. Yeah, I think I like that. It's just like a tiny shade off. So maybe we do that instead. Okay, going back over to the roof sculptures, I do want to add like a little bump out. I typically don't, just because like I'm still learning. I feel like I'm still like a newbie builder. So I've been doing quite a bit of speed builds recently just so I can like hunker down and like learn and watch people. So I'm trying to figure out like if I want to actually build one or if I just want to use one of these that are already like in the game. I feel like I never really used the ones that are in the game. So maybe we can go ahead and just use this one from Parenthood and place it like right there. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and go by colors. White. I know white is kind of boring, but I think it's going to look good. So let's go like this grayish white tone. And then we can add like stucco, like on these little bits. I have no clue where my chimney just went. I think it disappeared. Yeah, it disappeared when I put the, yeah, why do you disappear when I do that? It's just when I put it like on right here. That makes no sense. Okay, we're just gonna have to replace it. I'm gonna do Shift 9 to see if that might help me a little bit more to alt place it. Yeah, and these trees are in my way like I thought they would be. So let's go ahead and maybe just move the house. Come on, house, move over to the side. I think that's going to be more helpful for me because the trees won't be like terribly in my way over here. So I do want to add like elements of like really pretty colors and stuff like that. And that's going to be more of like the landscaping. So I am going to use this from Cottage Living, and I honestly might just use all of Cottage Living for our windows. I can't believe Cottage Living was like one of my first packs. I have been like rewatching some Let's Plays just because I haven't seen some of people's like Let's Play series that I claim that I'm like a huge fan. And I was like, girl, you gotta actually watch like the series though now. So I've been going in and like watching Let's Play series, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I started watching this like 4 years ago, which is crazy. That's when I like started really getting into The Sims again, because I had like a little hiatus from like, you know, just being an adult and stuff, and college and grad school. Anywho, I was like, man, I've been like really dedicated like during COVID. That's when it kind of started. So that was kind of crazy and wild to see how insane my love for The Sims has kind of grown over the past 4 years. From wanting to upload videos to actually doing it. It's pretty cool, pretty neat. I think I might alt place this just a little bit because they are not like lining up like I necessarily want them to. And I think I want it to be kind of like this. And I do want to put some like wisteria. So let's go ahead and copy some of that. We can put one right there. I want like a longer piece. Maybe something like this and like that. And perhaps we can like size this down. Might have to move the door over just a hair. We size it down once more. I don't know how I like this like 2 sides down, but it could probably work. And I don't really get into debug too often. So I think we're just gonna do it like this, because that's still pretty cute. Okay, I'm going to take this off because I want to go back to like get to work, and I want to add 2 of these little hanging plants because I think that's going to look really cute. Alrighty, so let's go to outdoors because we need to find some type of lighting. Now there is some that came with Cottage Living, which it kind of looks like it's in a mason jar, and I feel like that would be really pretty. So maybe we actually remove one of these and just add that right there, because I feel like that is really pretty. And then I want to go back to the build mode, and I want to get like some trellises. Yeah, look how pretty that is. Just to give us some more like va-va-voom. I like that though. Okay, so this could work. And then we can kind of fence off this area. I might go to Horse Ranch. Yeah, and I kind of like that cozy color that it's in, but maybe we can just go like a hair lighter. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And then let's go ahead and use maybe this little fence. Do like one right there, and then perhaps like one right there. So I might go back over to that, and we can do like another pathway right there. Maybe erase some of it and I can just redo it. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm trying to think of like what else we kind of need to put out here before I do like my montage of landscaping. I think we should just add some trees right now. I don't know if there was any trees that actually came with cottage living. Yeah, I didn't think so, but there might be some that came with horse ranch. Yeah, that kind of fits the vibes. I think I'm gonna make this kind of huge. We'll put one right there. I don't want that to really like block our front view. So maybe we just put like one like right there. Cute. Okay, so like I typically do for my builds, I'm gonna go ahead and do like a montage. We're gonna take our time, do some of the landscaping, and also maybe get the bones of the inside together. So like the layout, and then also maybe like where we wanna kind of place some of the animals outside. And then we'll come back, decorate some more of the outside as well as the inside. So we'll let the montage begin. Alrighty, so this is what I came up with for our cozy spring cottage. I took my time. I think the landscaping is so beautiful. I have this pathway going to two entrances. We have some cattle, so I think that's going to be maybe a cow instead of a llama. Then we got some chickens and then bees right there, and then a comfy little place for us to have like a picnic and sit outside and watch the animals. Now, I don't think that the cows actually eat the prairie grass, but I do really like that aspect just to give it a little bit more decor. So I put some right there and right here, and then also some water troughs, which I don't really think that they also drink or eat from. So right here I added some little flower pots. Of course, like in game you can take these out and actually plant things. Then added some little rabbits and then some birds back here. And then when I was going in to actually figure out how I wanted to like have the house situated, this is floating by the way because I placed it with a 9 key. I figured that this little back back extension could actually be our Sims room. So it's still like a cute little quaint cottage. It's still very small, but I do like the layout of this. So we have like a little entryway. We have a bathroom, which I'm going to put a fireplace in the bathroom, which is going to be so cozy. It's going to be a tiny kitchen and living room, and then their bedroom back there. They have an entrance to the bathroom from their bedroom and also the front room for guests. So I think we have all the bones kind of down that we want to use. I want to see about like some cozy flooring. Now, this is my favorite, so I feel like we need to use it. It's so pretty. It's from Cottage Living, which is one of my favorite packs. And let me go in and maybe pick out a tile as well for the bathroom. Now, I feel like it doesn't need to be like super updated, so to speak, so I might not use some of this because this one is one of my favorites as of recently. But I feel like this vibe, honestly, kind of fits. So let's go ahead and look for some tile as well, because we can find some that kind of fits that vibe, like a little outdated but still kind of cute. And I don't want it to be like too dark. I like that tile, but it just doesn't look completely right. That's a little bit too detailed and ornate. Could use some stucco, which also doesn't really fit the vibe. We have this, which is kind of plain, but it's giving me more like Spanish style, and I don't think that's what I really want to go for. Oh my gosh, and that is a lot. We might just have to use like some plain wallpaper perhaps. That's just looking like a little bit too dark for me, so maybe we can use some wallpaper. I usually don't use wallpaper because technically you really wouldn't want it to be in the bathroom, but look how pretty this could be. And then on the flooring, we can change it to do something a little bit more neutral. Like something like that. Those shades are a little too dark. That is too. Will any of this like new base game kind of work? No, it's just like a slight shade off. Okay, we're gonna just use that. It still look kind of cozy, so we'll just work with it. But I want to do a fireplace in the bathroom because can you imagine taking like a nice bath? You have a fireplace in the bathroom? That sounds awesome. So let's go ahead and add one. We do have some new ones. I kind of like this one though, from Cats and Dogs. So this is a contender. We have this one from Cottage Living. It's just like a teeny bit too big, and so is that one. That one as well is just a little bit too big too. And we do have this little hearth, and we have this one, which is also just like a teeny bit too big. Let's try this one from Cats and Dogs. That light color is not really looking too hot. Maybe we use something like that. And since we're all in the bathroom, let's just go ahead and furnish that first. I do want to get our Sims a tub, even though the tubs take forever for them to actually like bathe in. I think it'll be nice to have like a tub. That is clipping, so I can't really see too well. So hopefully you can see it from this angle. I might just use everything from like Cottage Living, and then the house can be whatever we want to do. But I think I want the bathrooms to be a little bit cohesive. Sir, what if we put the tub like over here? Move that door over some. So like the heat from it looks really good. Okay, and then I do want to have a window. Maybe we put like the window over on this side though, and we can do like a double vanity situation right there. Ooh, let's do yellow. That yellow seems like it would be really pretty. And then that. And I would use a toilet. There's not one in here. I'm gonna probably use this one from Cats and Dogs. But I'm like, should this be like formatted a little bit differently? Like maybe have the toilet right there, our sinks right there, and then put this back, because that kind of works. And we can honestly just remove that door because we don't really need it. Just thought that it would be nice to have like another little area for our Sim to enter the bathroom. But this works. Let's do two like little towels right there. Pick a cozy pink and yellow. We can put like a little, oh no, let's put a plant right there. But I do want to get my cabinet of dreams. And I like the swatch, that default. And we can put like a little toilet roll right there. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, let's use some really pretty mirrors. I don't know which ones we could use. Like I like those wicker ones. Ooh, but these from Businesses and Hobbies might be the best. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, and let's add a plant. Where's the fig tree? We have a fig tree from Cottage Living that could work. So I might use that, and I also might size down this eucalyptus and put it right there. I really wish like one day soon they actually go in and update the, wait, I think they might have. Say update like the color. It's a little dim, but usually it's like a huge overcast on it, so that is better than nothing. I'll take it. I do want to put one of these little cabinets just to have some more like storage, so we can do that right there. And perhaps we can add like another little plant of some sort. And I kind of really like this one from base game. I hope that doesn't catch on fire. That's our Sims problem, not ours. But I want something up here too, and it might just be like this, maybe like a little towel, like a robe. And I think this is going to be our best bet for a nice little cozy robe. And I might actually just copy that again and put one right there. Cute. I like that. I think that's really cute. It's simple, it's modest. It's usually not like as decorative as I like it, but I think I like the way that this kind of turned out. So I'm gonna go buy lights, and I think our best bet is actually gonna go buy cottage living in horse ranch. Yeah, this is like so warm. I like that. And honestly, let's go ahead and just kind of place these all over, because we're going to use those instead of these saucer lights. Let me get rid of those. There's one hiding somewhere over there. I have to get it. Oh no, I don't think there is one hiding. Cute. I think that looks so good. Okay, so we got our cozy little spot. Let's go ahead and maybe do the entryway, because that's going to be fun too. So let me go ahead and go over to living room. We do have this really pretty entryway table, which we're going to use. And there are some lighting fixtures that did come. I don't really get to use that all too often, and that's like a tray of dreams, but it's from like a different pack, so we'll use that one instead. But I do want to add maybe like a horizontal mirror, and the only one that I'm thinking of is the one from Parenthood, because that one might look the best, because that one's like a little bit too modern. And I'm gonna go over, I wonder, did they fix that tag for clutter? Not really. So I'm going to take that off, but let's just go to this little clutter bit right here. All right, and then find some little things. So we can do like some cards perhaps, maybe some shoes. I think I want these little books though. Oh wait, hold on. Instead of that, what if we actually get a functional bookshelf? And then we do like a little plant. I like that. So I'm going to look for a coat rack. I think that's nice. And then let's do some shoes, some little boots. And then I'm gonna go back to maybe cottage living and horse ranch. Show me everything. Come on, show me everything. There we go. To see what else we can maybe add in here, just like some little clutter bits. So like we can add this. So they're grabbing their little bag and stuff before they head out to do some yard work. Yeah, a little cross stitching thing right there. We do have something right here that we can use. I'm gonna use that too. I was thinking like another plant, but maybe just like a nice picture. We don't really have much room for one. And we already have like a mirror up. Maybe use a cozy little rug. I'm gonna size it down one. I like that swatch. Let's do that. Oh, so pretty. Horse, yes. I like that. I think that's simple and cute, so maybe we just like call it. And we're having that cozy vibe, so I'm wondering if we should do like a cozy green or like a light brown. Let's go by light brown first, because we might have, ooh, I don't like the texture on that. We have the gingham. Oh, that gingham is so pretty, so let's do that. I'm gonna take this off. I'm kind of going like out of order, but dang it, those are too big. We do have these little ones, which are kind of cute from growing together. So let's just use those. Yeah, I like that entryway. It's still functional. You got room to add some stuff, but I think that looks really cute. So this is going to be like our living room and kitchen. And I feel like this is going to be the best bet for us to actually have our kitchen situated on. So we should probably use these. Ooh, let's use horse ranch. Like that. I want to do a wood burning stove in here, and we can do one of the cottage living like vent hoods. from Horse Ranch. Oh, that green is gorgeous. Yeah, let's do the greens. Oh, that green is just slightly off. And I like this green that this came in, so we can just like stick it in the middle. Okay, let's go back to Horse Ranch. So we're gonna do a longer, I should probably use the actual swatch so I don't have to go in and change it. Let's do big, big, little, little, cute. I could move this over, put the sink right there, which also kind of works. Does this slide? Oh, kinda. We're just gonna all place it so it fits. I like that. Okay. We do need, oh shoot, we need a burglar alarm. Would they have one out here in the country? I feel like everyone would. So let's go ahead and add a burglar alarm, a little thermostat, and then like our little fire detector right there. So we do have enough room for maybe like an island, but I think the little table would be way more cuter. So I want to look for like a dark brown, I think. Maybe like a circle table. Like this is really pretty. This is from Cats and Dogs, which we're in that world right now, so it could work. But also this, I never use that. That is from City Living, and that is gorgeous. So let's use that. And then maybe for chairs, nah, I kind of want to use some of these chairs. Brown is just a little off, but we can do like, what if we do these white ones? These white little polka dots. It's not going to be perfectly centered, but I like that. And then perhaps we can also maybe add like a little plant or some sort to go on the table. And I was thinking maybe one from Blooming Rooms Kit, because that's one of my favorites. Just have to scroll and see, yeah, like one of these little ones. How cute. Okay. We could honestly maybe move our little table like over here. I kind of like the way that's looking, because then we can perhaps add like a tiny little couch, like a little love seat. But it has to be little, like a 2-seater perhaps. One of these work? It's a little modern. That one is 2. I want something that doesn't look worn, like isn't as big as those. I think that might be our best bet, like picking one of those. We do have this from Snow Escape. And then we can do like a little coffee table over here. Put a little TV right there. Be a nice little lighting fixture. Not that one. I just want like a little light. But sometimes it's hard. I wish we had like maybe an updated of some like floor lamps. And maybe I just need to get like another pack that actually has some of that in there. So let's just use this one from Base Game, because that kind of suffices. It comes in that green color. I do want to use one of these like cozy little rugs. I might have to size it down one, which is fine. And this is from Horse Ranch, duh. And then maybe we can do some of these curtains, which are my faves. Look how beautiful those are. They just match everything so perfectly. And perhaps let me go back to, let's go to Cottage Living and Horse Ranch. I want to put like, yeah, some music, and then show me everything. See what else we can like add over here. We have an armchair that could work. It's cutting it a little close though. Could add like a little stool. I like that red color. What is this? Dining table. Just want like a little side table. You can put the music on there. Okay, going back over here, I am gonna add some little pots and pans. Yeah, let's maybe add them like right there. Ooh, yeah, like some little jams and like a little tea kettle. That works. What can we like put over here though? I feel like we have like enough room to like add something else right here, but I just don't know what. Maybe instead we can just maybe add a little hobby. We can do like painting. Painting would be really nice. That's cute and cozy. I think I like the way that looks, but we might need to have another plant, of course. So let's add one of these from Businesses and Hobbies, because it's so pretty. Going into wallpaper, maybe we should do like some neutral type of paint. I think that light brown would be our best bet. And we do have a white trim in here, so we could just copy like that white trim right here, which is really pretty. And then go back over to paintings and maybe add some like more little, definitely a picture of the ranch. That's cute. And okay, maybe these paintings, these are from Base Game, but I think I like that And that's cute and cozy for a little cottage. And it's pretty big as well. So our sim will have a lot of room to like expand. So let's go over into the bedroom. Alrighty, so I don't know what bed to use. We got quite a few that could technically work, but I know I want to put our sim like somewhere to do something in the house, like journal or like a typewriter, because we did get a really cute one from Cottage Living, so we could use that. And this is one of the new beds. Oh, it's a pride bed. How cute. I haven't even seen this yet. I know there was an update because I saw people posting about it. Oh, those are so pretty. Well, I'll definitely have to use that soon. Cozy bed. Oh, so pretty. Maybe we should just use one of the ones from the packs though. Ooh, look at that green. That is gorgeous. We're gonna use two little side tables as well. But let's find a swatch, yeah, that matches. I'm gonna alt place this just a little bit over, and I am gonna find my Tray of Dreams because yes, we use their version of it in Horse Ranch, but we gotta use our version of it too. So let me scroll. There it goes. It doesn't matter which one. I usually just toggle between the one from Horse Ranch and the one from what is it called? Tiny Living. Ooh, we should add a little clock because I never add those, and that would be really nice to have one. I want to add like a candelabra or something over there. The one from Love Struck. Oh, it slit. It slots perfectly too, which is 10 out of 10. Okay, so we need to have enough room for maybe, we can add like our little etagere right there. And then we can perhaps add like a little table too. And I want to keep up like that dark wood because that's so warm and cozy in springtime. I think it's just perfect. So we can use this one from Tiny Living. That one. Ooh, something like this. Oh, even this like worn down one could honestly work. Oh, and that fits. Not too bad. Should we perhaps move it though on this wall? Yeah, I think I like that vibe. And then we can do like a, honestly, we can probably just copy one of these little chairs. Another little lamp. And then perhaps a flower of some sort. Ooh, that one is really cute. Okay, now there are a lot of clutter bits from high school years, so I'm gonna go over to that pack, show me everything, because I want to like clutter this up to give some more like personality to the room. So maybe we can have like a degree. Let's do 2 of them right there. Oh, that's like a diploma set. I like those though. Okay, yeah, like some little makeup, some more makeup. I kind of like that too, but maybe we can just put like some little boxes or something. Okay, let's think about a wallpaper because I kind of didn't, and I kind of want to use also maybe the ones, ooh, do like that, but I didn't use it around the house, so I feel like maybe not. Maybe we can just do, any of this have like white trim on it? Ooh, that one does. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me take that off. And I think I want to use a rug from Love Struck because it's big enough and it seems fluffy and cozy. Because I could use this one, but your feet will get cold, sir. Let's do this one from Love Struck. Ooh, in that color because that brightens it up some more. And I'm going to copy, where are they? These curtains. Because that's cute. And maybe we can do a picture. Usually when I use like these kind of elaborate wallpapers, I don't technically do like pictures behind it just because I feel like you don't need to. But I kind of like the idea of putting maybe some pictures. Or maybe making like a collage wall. So we can size this down like one. Put some right there. Maybe add that. Add a little flower picture. Or like another like horizontal. And then I'm thinking of using this little eucalyptus plant from Businesses and Hobbies because it's so cute. I'm just gonna go in and kind of change up the swatches. We'll do darker. Not Donald Dario. We'll do something like that. That's our cozy cottage, you guys. It looks so stinking cute. I am so happy with the way that this turned out. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, friends. If you did, make sure it's fun things like give it a big old like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, as well as press that bell notification so you can be notified each and every time that I post. I have my trusty little thing out. So we have the Nightmare Legacy Challenge coming up. We also have the Not So Berry Build Challenge, and then we're going to be doing another challenge, which is like a randomized one coming up. So if you have any suggestions as well for the month of April and May, please let me know. I kind of have the content planned out for April, but I'm happy to suggestions as well. But I hope you enjoyed it, friends, and until next time, I hope you are doing swell, and I will see you very soon. Bye!